I'm about to crash out.
Every day before I checked in with anybody else. I was willing to inconvenience my entire life. My entire life. I was willing to disrupt my entire life to buy my future, to buy my possibility, to give my dream a chance. See, we're not supposed to tuck our dreams in on the pillow when we get up in the morning. We're not supposed to leave them at home. We can go and fulfill somebody else's dream. We're not supposed to do that. That's not what we're wired to do.
About to crash out. I can't. I literally took the LSAT yesterday. I've done like 5 million interviews in the past 2 weeks, and beyond that, I got in a car crash. Like, my life almost ended. I saw my life flash before my eyes, literally. I think it's time to take a break and to honestly just jump into crash out recovery. So today is crash out recovery. If you're trying to recover with me, come with me and let's recover together, because absolutely not. It's the end of the year. A lot of people are starting their winter arc. I have no interest. I have no interest, but what I do need to do is protect my mental health and also finish the year strong with everything that I'm doing. I'm not really adding any new goals, but we do have law school applications that need to be sent out because we need to be lawyers. I'm so sorry. We need to be lawyers. So that's what we're gonna do. So episode 1 of my post-grad introvert diaries is crash out recovery. I hope you enjoy the vlog. For these exact shoes, like I'm literally wearing them right now. I'm looking for these exact shoes here because apparently I saw on TikTok that they had them here, but I'm seeing everything but the shoes. But look, tell me these are not cute. These are so cute. They're Reeboks and they're in my size. I've been wanting a wicker laundry basket. Maybe I don't want it anymore. $129? In whose world? Absolutely not. Goodbye. I found a gold frother. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Should I try their taking teriyaki?
Oh my god.
Doesn't care. Like, I've never seen anybody care less in their life.
day 2 of crash out recovery, and I decided to get out of my house and have a little chat. Okay, I studied international development and globalization at the University of Ottawa, which I really enjoyed, and I have aspirations of becoming a lawyer. So this whole year is basically a gap year, and I want to work during this gap year to accumulate as much money that I can so that I can pay for law school, because I don't know how it is where you're at, but it's about 20K a year. 25K to 30K a year depending on where you go. And what I've saved, I want to basically just put a little bit more money in the bank before I go ahead and start law school. So this whole year I'm basically prepping, so taking the LSAT all over again, which I did last week. If I have to go back, I have to go back, but I believe that I will get the score that I want. So yeah, taking the LSAT all over again, starting my applications, like that is like the most rigorous part. I did like my first draft of my personal statement and I like it, but again, like I want somebody to look over it, see how it is, and hopefully I can move forward with that, because once you have like that first draft, like you're kind of good for your rest of your applications. So yeah, I'm much passionate about community development, bettering vulnerable societies, things of that nature. Very active in my church with doing so, and I think one of the biggest reasons that I even want to become a lawyer was so that my community, the Black community, because I just believe that they're deserving of so much more opportunity, access, and things of that nature. So that's where my passion lies. That's what I'm doing, that's how I'm living my life. Also, I want to live life during this year to ensure that I'm taking a break, a mental break, especially because the last 4 years have been rigorous. Like on top of school, personal life, and like housing situations, and like living, and inflation, and global warming, everything wrapped up in one has made the last 4 years quite hard at times. And obviously I've enjoyed life through it, but again, like I really want to appreciate this time for what it is, and that is a break. Okay, a break, and a well-needed break, and you will see me enjoy my life. Okay, so I even have like a trip lined up in the next like 2 weeks or so. I really just hope that you guys enjoy this Post Grad Diaries of an Introvert series, just because I think it possibly can resonate with a lot of people. I think we're at a point in time where we're like most vulnerable, where it's like we don't necessarily have school to validate us anymore. Not necessarily validate us, but take up so much of our time. It's like not dedicated to school, and for the first time in how many years we're like, I'm not going back to school. Like I'm like working and living life, and it's getting really real. So everything that you learned in undergrad is now being applied to the real world almost. Well, not almost, it is. So that's another scary thing. So I hope you guys come along, especially during this interview process, especially during learning how to work-life balance, especially juggling the whole law school dream and keeping it alive. And flourishing in that category and sector of our lives. So yeah, I do have plans though. Plans in the sense of like I want to get sushi. That's the plan. Food is the plan and always will be the plan. Yeah, I know you're like, more sushi? You just had sushi? I did, and I'm gonna do it again, but with sushi. It is bearable. I'll see you guys.
Love like a mountain that cannot be moved, just as an eagle I found freedom in you, a peace which brings me through, deserving of worship in spirit and truth. The light of life shine through. Our greatest gift was you. But Father, your love never ceases, even in the midst of my darkest days. Love, it flows like a river and never ever seems to run dry. So with all the breath in my lungs, I'll raise a hallelujah.
I'm about to wind down for the night and like chill. I want my nights to be very calm and relaxing to basically help me sleep better, honestly, and get more sleep, because the more sleep I have, the more productive I am for the next day. So I've been honestly reading before bed instead of scrolling through my phone. This one is a Bible, but it's just the New Testament. It says New Believer's Bible. I'm not really a new believer, but for some odd reason, not for odd reasons, but I really love the notes that are in this book, And also I really love this translation. So this is the only NLT Bible that I have, so that is why I end up reading this one. And I stole it from my mom's massive collection of things because she teaches a lot, and this was one of the books that she found to be very good for new believers, so for teaching new believers or teens, adolescents, things of that nature. So I kind of stole it from her because the insight is really good, like 10 out of 10. I was like, hold on. If you have not read Paul's letters in the NLT, you are missing out on life. It will change your heart, your mind, your spirit, everything. And there's something about reading in the NLT that just like breaks, like just melts your heart. Like I'd be like, Paul, when I see you, Paul, when I see you, I'm going to hug you. Okay, chef's kiss, very mindful, very demure. Okay, you said what you said and you meant it with your chest, period. Okay, I heard you. If they didn't hear you, I heard you. And then next I'm starting this book, The Making of the West Indies, and I find it it's very important to me to continually read about the development of the Caribbean. And I'm constantly trying to read different books by different authors, mostly Black authors, just because I feel like some of our history has been tainted. I am of Jamaican heritage and descent, so things like this are really dear to me and dear to my heart. Also, I hope to become a lawyer and step into these spaces in order to help my people and further us mentally, spiritually, emotionally, economically, in every way, shape, or form. So in any way that I can learn more about Caribbean development, I want to, wholeheartedly, hands down. So I'm reading this book right now. I'm very, very excited because it's been broken down into different sectors, which I think will be really cool to learn about and to read and to dissect. So I'm thinking of reading all of Philippians or Colossians today because I'm obsessed with letters right now. And then I probably will start this book, which I'm really excited about, and I'm going to take this book with me to PEI, which I'm going to PEI next week. So I think I'm gonna have a lot of downtime, and because of that I'm gonna go ahead and read this. Another reason why I really like reading history books and like books that like analyze history and development in general, whether it be present day or back in the day, is because honestly reading things like this, like reading history books, it's like, wow, like people that share the same blood as me, people that have the same, really did something great, and now I'm just in a different realm of that. Like I'm just fighting a different conflict, fighting a different war, fighting against a different slavery, and I can forge a different path for the generations to come because it's literally in my blood. It's in my blood. They did it, and I can do it too. And I shouldn't have to. It's not fair that I even have to do this or fight this way, but it is what it is. But it's very encouraging to know that like somebody came before you and they were thinking of you and they were intentional about you and what your life could look like and what they didn't want it to look like, and you in fact can turn around and do the exact same thing. It's just encouraging. I find it very encouraging. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that gives a little snippet as to why I even want to become a lawyer or enter any of these like legal policy making spaces. So yeah, I'm gonna go to bed, girl. I'm gonna go to my bed. Okay.